All right, turning now to the hit series Ginny and Georgia, which has been dominating the Netflix top 10 list and leaving fans on the edge of their seats. The show stars Brianne Howey as Georgia Miller, a young and free-spirited mom with kids, Ginny and Austin. They move looking for a fresh start, but Georgia's secret past continues to follow them. Well, season 2, streaming now, shows Georgia navigating life as a busy mom and her complicated relationship with her kids. Take a look.
Mom, I need a note for school.
What should we say? Alligator bite?
Mom.
FBI consultation emergency?
Mom.
I said you had the flu.
This is good parenting.
Accio blueberries.
Ginny, you need one?
No. Accio syrup.
You don't want to know?
No.
You're just gonna stroll in after a week with an air of mystique and zero explanation? Like Cher? Just let me write you a note.
No, I'm fine. Bye, Austin. Bye, Paul.
Bye, sweetheart. You have a good day, too.
Brianne Howey joins us now. Good morning to you. Thank you for coming in. I have to say, this is so fresh and different and complex. Did you expect it to be as popular as it is? And what do you think it is that is resonating with so many people?
I think you always hope, but certainly while you're shooting it, you have no idea how or if it's going to resonate. We hoped it would resonate with the YA audience, and I think discovering that it's resonating with even more demographics outside of that has been pretty mind-blowing. And I think the show, it's a really good conversation starter for a lot of complicated subjects like mental health and race and love and self-harm. And I think it's brought about in a really authentic way that gives people permission to find their catharsis in it and identify with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of good shows out there that you may not audition for or want to be in because you don't think you're right for it, but you crushed this role. Why did you want to take it on?
I actually at first wasn't sure. I was like, they're not going to believe me as a mom. Like, what? But it was the scene where Georgia takes her son to school and gives the other kid a bloody nose who bullied him that really hooked me. And I've never read a role like Georgia. She's so dynamic. There's a lot of gray area. And I think that brings to life our humanity.
You grew up with a single mom.
I did.
What about your experience growing up with a single mom helped you with this role?
I think there's a lot of boundaries that get crossed when you are so close in age with a parental figure.
Yeah.
And I think it made a lot of the scenes in Ginny and Georgia that could have come across really jarring, more normalized for me. I've had these conversations.
Were you close in age with your mom?
My mom had me at 21.
Okay.
Yes,
Wow.
so she had me young. Not quite as young as Georgia, but.
Right.
At the end of the first episode of the first season, I think it was a moment where Antonio Gentry, who plays Jenny, said, I think this is the moment where I'm starting to understand my mom.
Right.
Did you feel that way after playing this role? Like, did you feel like you had a better sense or connection with what your mother went through
That's
raising?
a good question. Yeah.
Of course, you can't not. I mean, I don't have a family yet, so this is the closest thing to it. I have a lot of younger siblings that I would do anything for. But of course, I already had so much respect for my mom. But now, after playing Georgia, I just bow down to all single parents. It is. You're trying to hustle. You're trying to navigate. You got to be the good cop and the bad cop, and that's not easy.
What does your mom think about your role?
I think she's very happy about it.
You think? She hasn't told you?
Yeah.
That's great. So any more bombshells we can expect in season 2 as the past of Georgia catches up with the present?
So many bombshells. I don't want to spoil
was gonna
anything,
say,
but
take it away.
absolutely. What's fun about season 2 is there's a lot of fun new character pairings that bring out a whole new side to every character. So you see a flip side of everyone that's kind of surprising.
You mentioned mental health, and there's also this idea of therapy.
Right.
And it has been taboo in the past. I don't think not so much anymore.
Right.
What would be your advice for individuals that might be seeking therapy or dealing with mental health?
I think one of my favorite parts about season 2 is that Ginny asks for help. And I think one of the most important messages from season 2 is that it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
And that's not something that we've normalized as a society. And I think it takes a lot of courage to live in your vulnerability. So I think if people can take that away from the show.
It's okay to ask for help.
Exactly, and it's okay to not be okay.
Can we
expect
ask for a season 3? Yeah.
I know.
I don't know yet, but it's feeling positive.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Feeling positive.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for all your positive energy this morning, and thank you for coming in. Brianne Howey, you can make sure you check her out along with all of the other great acting in that in Ginny and Georgia, which is streaming right now on Netflix.